Hello and welcome to Out of the Box Miniature Painting. Today I'm going to be doing custom decals. The way that we start off with the custom decal is we need a few tools, but one of them is this water slide inkjet decal paper. This can actually go in the printer. Basically you just get an image that you need, print it out, and it should come up something like this. Once you've actually printed it out, what you need to do then is spray it with some Minotaurium varnish to seal it down so that the actual ink does not smudge anymore. You can use a high gloss, you can use a matte. It doesn't really matter too much because when you actually finish the product, you'll be putting a gloss or a matte over the top of it anyway, which will either bring it down or bring it up. So what I'm going to use today is I'm going to use this particular banner here. It was originally red. I've just waxed some white over the top of it. With this particular paper, it is a clear type of paper, so when you actually do take off the transfer, it will actually be pretty much see-through. So whatever you've actually put down on it is what will show through the most. So with black, white is the best thing because the black will actually pop. With another model that I've done, which I'll show you at the end, the dice section of what I'm about to do, I've actually put a slither of pink across it, just so that it will bring out the dice and then you block back over it. But I'll show you that in a second. So what we need, first off, is our thing that we're actually about to cut out. So you'll need some scissors. You can either use scissors or you can use your X-Acto knife. I prefer scissors, it's just a lot easier. It doesn't matter exactly how neat the actual design is. Cut that out. Okay, so that's what we've got there. This is one of our friends, Thoughtless Casual Gaming. They've helped me along a way quite a bit. And what we want to do is just bring it down a little bit, cut it down just a slight bit, and so that's what we end up with. So from there, what you'll also need is some distilled water, which I've got in there, and then you'll also need some paper, some paper towel in which this is going to sit on, and then you're actually just going to soak it in. Let it soak for a little while. Really get it in there and soak it up. From there, you want yourself a fairly just bristled brush. Doesn't need to be perfect, but what you want to do then is you want to be able to just wait until the water's really soaked in, and then it should just slide right off. Be careful not to play with it too much, because what will happen is the ink will then start to smudge if it is wet enough, and the varnish is not off properly either. So push that across. It takes a little while for it to actually soak in. Sometimes if the bristle doesn't work, I use a tool that is a basing tool, something similar to that, and then you can just push it down on the parts that you don't actually need, and it will slide off for you. Well, normally slides off. This one's been a bit tricky today. We'll get some... Where's my tweezers gone? No, that's okay. So now it's starting to slide off. Actually, before we do that, one thing that we actually do need to do, I completely forgot about it, we need to brush it with a hard coat. Okay. So what you do is just grab a bit of hard coat and then go over the spot that you want it on. What this does is it fills in any bumps that might be there, small little bumps that might have indentation. or anything like that. Plus it gives it a nice smooth surface for it to actually stick to. So just let that dry for a little bit. So just soak it back up with a little bit more water again. And then what you do, you push it off, grab one side of it. Be careful not to rip it, and push the side of it. The thing with custom decals as well, because it's not etched like a normal GW one, it does take a little while for it to actually come off. Plus, it's not already scoured, so that you can just pop it out and grab whatever you want. It's the whole thing that is going to come off. As you can see there too, the black now is actually starting to be a bit see-through. So this where it comes down to something that actually matters when it actually comes onto what paint that you need it on. So that is on there now. For that to actually slide around, just wet the end of your brush, like so. Push that underneath, and then that way you can actually move it around where you need to, like so. Then what you want to do is, once you've pushed it all down with water, spread it out and so forth, leave that to dry for a little bit. Once that's dry, then go back over it again with art coat, just to seal the sticker in. So a bit of art coat there, not too thick, just enough to go over the top with, and seal it in, so that it doesn't scratch or move when you go back over and paint it. Once that's dry, you can then go back in and block it in where you need to. There is another one that I have done which I'll show you, speed up the process a little bit. You go from that to being something like that. Once it's blocked in, as I said, I put the pink across the top there and then blocked it all in with white. Hopefully that's helped. If there's any more information that you would require, feel free to comment in the comment section. Ask any questions that you need to, and hopefully I'll see you on the next one.